Yes, sir. Welcome back to Dimers TV as we continue with our team preview series. This time we will be talking about the Boston Celtics. Okay, so the last time we checked, the Boston Celtics had a 36 and 36 record. That was good for 7th in the Eastern Conference. As for their team stats, the Celtics averaged 112.6 points per game. That was 16th in the league. That was pretty average. And then when it comes to their rebounding, they averaged 44.3 rebounds per game. That was 15th in the league. So, same thing. It's pretty average as well. And then when it comes to their assists, not so good. They only averaged 23 and a half assists per game. That was 25th in the league, which was very uncharacteristic for a Brad Stevens team. And then when it comes to their points allowed, they gave up 111.5 points per game, which was tied for 15th in the league. Now, as for their key returning players, of course, we have the very first one, none other than Jason Tatum. So Jason Tatum won a gold medal with Team USA this past summer, and he has solidified himself as a bona fide superstar in the NBA. Tatum averaged 26.4 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 4.3 dimes, 1.2 steals, and a PER of 21.32. Their next key returning player is another All-Star, and this guy is none other than Jaylen Brown. What a season for the former third pick overall. He averaged 24.7 points per game, 6 boards, 3.4 assists, 1.2 steals, and a PER of 19.95. Definitely one of the best two-way players in the league. And then, of course, we still have another key returning player, and that is Marcus Smart, who is known to be one of the best defensive guards in the whole league. Marcus Smart averaged 13.1 points per game, 3.5 boards, 5.7 assists, and 1.5 steals with a PER of 13.80. So the Celtics do not have a rookie this season, but they do have a lot of veteran players coming back to the team. And then their former coach, Brad Stevens, is now running the show as their GM. Okay, so let's now go to their depth chart. So, as for the depth chart, they got, as I've mentioned, they got Dennis Schroeder, who turned down a major extension or a big contract from the Lakers and ended up with a 5.9 million deal to go and play with the Celtics. They still have Marcus Smart, who is expected to start with Schroeder. Then, of course, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and the returning Al Horford. Now, as for the bench, of course, they will be having Peyton Pritchard, who was their first round pick last year. They also added veteran guard Josh Richardson. And then they also have another former first round pick in Aaron Naismith, former second round pick in Grant Williams, and another former first round pick in Robert Williams. And to round up the lineup, they added former Bulls guard Ryan Arcidiacono. They still have their former first round pick Romeo Langford, Jabari Parker. Well, it remains to be seen if he will be staying with this team. He's still trying to make the team. They also added Juancho Hernan Gomez, who played, of course, for the Timberwolves, and the returning Enes Kanter. Okay. So now, as for the thoughts and predictions, so this is again courtesy of the Dimers TV team. So let's start with my own predictions or my own thoughts and predictions. The Celtics, as I have mentioned in previous episodes or in our other episodes, is my dark horse team in the East. No one is actually talking about them, but I do feel the Celtics will make a lot of noise this season. And then as for Jonas de Guzman, he said a lot of people are sleeping on this team. Jason Tatum is legit. Okay, as for Sir John Murr, Jaylen Brown is one of the most underrated stars in the league, while Jason Tatum is one hell of a player. And then as for Joseph Alfonso, they got Horford back, they got Schroeder, and yet no one is talking about them, which I think is good. Okay, so we all are very high on the Boston Celtics, who just during the bubble made it all the way to the conference finals. We project this team to have 44 wins this coming season. And so, with that, we end the episode here on the Boston Celtics. By the way, preseason has already started today. So nice to see that teams are now playing. Once again, thank you to all Dimers. And for those who haven't done it yet, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit on the notification bell so that you will be updated on all our latest videos. Feel free to also like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. And with that, we end our team preview series episode on the Boston Celtics. We will see you again on the next episode. This is J.I. Dime saying, keep safe, everyone.